Hello everyone, in this video I want to show you how to integrate payments and authentication on your Next.js application. It's very easy, this video won't take long, but first thing first I want to explain what is Creem, what they do and why we're going to use them. Creem is a payment platform that allows you to sell online globally. If you live in India, Brazil, Europe, United States, it doesn't matter, you are able to sell all over the world using your personal account or your business account. They act as a merchant of record, and that means that they're going to handle all taxes and compliance for you. They have the lowest fee on the market as a merchant of record, and they have a pretty good integration on their SDKs. And in this case, on our Next.js application with a Better Auth plugin as well, that's going to work very well. We're going to handle payments and authentication pretty much in just a few steps that I'm going to show you right now. First thing first, you want to have your Creem account. So I'm going to log in. I already have my account over here. And once you are logged in, you can pretty much create a lot of stores. Like, for example, here I have two. I can create a new one, but I'm just going to stick with this one that I already have. And notice that I already have a production account. If you're first accessing the platform, this might not be available to you. You're probably going to have the test mode active over here, which is what we want in this video. We want to test how to integrate the payments on our application. And once you have everything ready on your test mode, you're going to send a request for them. They're going to check your product to see if everything is good on your end. But okay, this is another step for you. Right now, we want to create products and we want to set up the developers API keys that we want. So I'm going to products over here. As you can see, I already have a lot of products. I've been testing a lot, and you can click over here on create product to create a new product with basic information like name, description. You can put a picture over here as well. The description accept markdown files, which make the checkout look very good. You can set up if it's a subscription or a single payment, the pricing, and so on. This is very straightforward. I'm not going to waste your time over here. Once you have your products created, you can go down here on developers, API, and Webhook, and you're going to create your own Webhook over here. As you can see, I already have my API key and a webhook running. But if you notice, this endpoint is very strange. Why is that? It's because we are using ngrok to simulate real production endpoints, but on our local environment. So you can log in over here. I'm going to do that right now. And all right, we're logged in on ngrok, and they prompt you to install ngrok on your terminal. I already have, but if you don't, you can run this command, brew install ngrok. If you are using Windows, it's probably different, but just follow these steps and you're going to be good. Okay, so I already set up the configuration, and I'm going to show you how to set up your local endpoint, which I have right over here. I'm going to close it. I'm going to clear the terminal. If you don't have two terminals like I do, just click on this new terminal over here. You're going to have a brand new terminal, and you just copy over here, and I'm going to run on the port 3000. Okay. And now I already have an endpoint that I can create the webhook. Okay. And once we have that, we can go back on Creem's platform over here, grab the API key. I'm going to copy it, and on my environment over here, I'm going to simply paste it over here. And I also need the webhook, right? So let's go over here, webhook. If you don't have a webhook, which is going to happen if your account is brand new, you're going to click here on add webhook. But since I already have mine, I'm just going to reveal the secret, copy, go back to my application and paste it over here. Okay. Now everything is ready to start getting payments. If you go to products and copy this link over here, you can already share this to anyone, so you can sell your products globally online, and it's looking good. But what we want is to integrate with our Next.js application, which we're going to do right now. So what I recommend is going to the Creem's documentation and go to this code section, click on Better Auth or Next.js adapter if you don't want authentication. You can follow the steps, but we are going to do that right now. So the first thing you're going to do is grab this command over here and install on your application, on your terminal over here. You can create a new one and you're going to install the Better Auth. I already have over here because my application is already running. I'm not going to go line by line on this application because I already have it working, and I believe it's going to be easier for you to follow. So the API key we already configured. We're good. And now we need this auth.ts file, which is from Better Auth. You need to create this lib over here, this folder, and you're going to have this auth.ts file configured over here. And what you're going to do is configure your database. As you can see, I already have mine. This is a Neon database I just configured before recording, and I'm going to log in using social providers, which I'm going to use Google right now. You can grab this secrets and client ID on your Google developer dashboard, okay? And down here we have plugins, which is what we want. We want to configure Creem over here, and you're going to set up the API key, the webhook secret that we already have. On test mode, you're going to enable this, but remember, once you're going to production, remove this line, okay? I already have this route over here that I'm going to send the user after he completes the payment. And this one is very important if you want to persist all changes of the user on your database, okay? So if the user subscribed to your product, if you want to have it on your database under a subscription table, you're going to enable this one. And also Creem's offer a few functions that is going to help you a lot on your development time, which is the on checkout completed, very straightforward. Once the user completes the checkout, this is going to run, and you're going to put all your code over here that you want to maybe send an email, set some flags on the database on your own, but this is not necessary if you have the persist subscription equals true over here. Also, we have this on-grad access that runs whenever Creem's identify that the user should have access to your application. This includes trial, subscription, reactivations, and so on. And the opposite goes to on-revoke access, which is whenever the user is not able to access your platform, your premium features, and so on. If I go over here, I can check all other functions that they have available, like on subscription expire, canceled, it's past due. You can send emails to remember the user to check their credit card or something like that. Okay. Once that's done, we're going to move forward and we need to set up the auth client. This is whenever you are going to use client-side code using the use client that Next.js gives you. You're going to use this auth client instead of the server-side API, okay? I'm going to show you how to do both, but here you're going to set up the base URL of your application, and you're also going to set up Creem's plugin over here. Don't forget this one, otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, let's move on. Once you have all of these steps done, you're going to run this both commands, which is the generate and the migrate on your database, which is going to create, let me show you, I have the link here, which is going to create all the tables that you're seeing over here, which is the user, session, verification, account, and this special one that is the Creem subscription. If you have the subscription persist enabled, this is where it's going to be stored. Okay, let's move on. We already have the webhook configured. We're going to put this under the API of Creem webhook, which is right over here, API of, we have a catch-all folder over here and route, and we are going to configure this Better Auth configuration over here. Okay, all good. We already have the webhook secret that we have configured. We already ran ngrok as well. And let's go to the code where the fun happens. So I already have my application running over here. We have two payment methods over here, which is one-time payment and the subscription to charge your user monthly. Okay, this is not using Better Auth. This is using the Next.js integration, which is very, very easy to set up. You have this library, you have this component to create the checkout. You just pass the product ID that you grabbed on your dashboard. And I wanted to put it here just in case you are not going to use authentication on your application, or you want to roll out your own authentication method. Okay, but let's see how it's actually implemented with the Better Auth plugin. I have 3 pages on my application, which is the login, this protected page that only allow users that are authenticated, and this thank you page as well, that is going to be whenever they use complete a payment. So as you can see, how we are going to use the Better Auth authentication server side, it's just like this. You're going to call the auth that is going to come from this lib auth file, and you're going to call auth.api.getSession and pass the headers. Don't forget this one, that is really important in order to work. And with this, you already have the session of the user. In this case, if the user don't have a session, we're going to redirect him to the login page. And you're also going to check, I better move this down here, because it's best practice. We don't need to call this if the user don't have a session. And this pretty much is going to check if the user has an active subscription or not. You don't need to call your database manually. The library that Creem provides is going to handle everything for you. This is all you need to check if the user has an active subscription or not. Okay, so I have a few components over here, which is one-time payment, the subscription, and also the portal. And lastly, the logout button, just so you can control the user access. Let me show you right now. I'm going to go to the application. I'm going to the protected route, and I got redirected to the login page because I don't have an authentication just yet. So I'm going to log in with Google. I'm going to select this account. And there you go. I'm authenticated. I got redirected to the protected page. And here I can pay once or subscribe to the product. As you can see, there are no subscription yet, and the logout button over here. I could log out, but I'm going to showcase you the pay now that I'm going to click, and it's going to redirect to the checkout page. It's working very nice, but I'm going to go back and showcase the subscribe button over here. If you are on the test mode, you can use this credit card 4242 several times. That is going to trigger a successful payment for you. I'm going to select my country, which is Brazil, and I'm going to pay over here. And if everything goes well, it's going to redirect me to the thank you page. And there we go. We are on the thank you page. Everything worked just fine. And as you can see over here, we are on the thank you. And we also have a bunch of information on the search params that you can use on your application as you wish. So let's go to the protected page. And there we go. We have, instead of no active subscription, we have the create portal. That if you click, it's going to redirect the user to the portal, and he can manage his subscription over here. Let's check the database. As you can see, we have the user. He has his session as well. And there we go. The Creem subscription is over here with the product ID, the reference ID, which is your user ID from your platform. And you have all the information that you need over here. So let's go back to the code and check how everything is implemented. We have the protected page over here. The one-time button is just as simple as that. You have a function that is going to call the authclient.create.checkout. You pass the product ID. You also have other fields as well if you want to use it, like the customer, discount codes, metadata, everything you want. The subscription is the same thing. We have a function over here that's going to create a checkout. And if you want, for any reason, to check if the user has access, you can do just like this. You can call the has access granted and do whatever you want over here, like I was checking before on this application. And the login page is just as simple as that as well. You create the signing function that you're going to call the social signing, or email and password if you want it. There are plenty of options that I recommend you checking the Better Auth documentation as well if you want to go in depth on that. And lastly, to log out, you can log out the user just as simple as that as well. Offclient.signout, and he's going to be redirected to the login page. Okay, if this video was helpful to you, leave a like, subscribe. I guess I'll see you around. See ya.